And we're not gonna skip the battle content because now I feel I should clarify. Jade has technically two versions. The completed version that was expanded it up to, I believe, 4.5 or something, and with various events, and the incomplete remake that is stuck at that had a bunch of revamped mechanics. I am playing, I think, 440. Prologue. Skyman.
Salutations!
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, mister. You have a nice dog. Thanks. Good morning. Gods, girl, how can you be so energetic at this time of day? I had a large breakfast. Hi, everyone. My name is Penny, and today is another great day. I mean, have you looked at the sky? Slight breeze, an acceptable amount of cloud cover, not a singular grim in sight, which is good, because I assure you, they have a very high chance to ruin your day just by being in the immediate vicinity. For me, though, it's an even better day than most. I mean, not that I have collected data on how the day is going for every single inhabitant of Vale City. That'd take a long time and terribly inefficient.
Whoa!
Even so, I feel confident in my inductive reasoning that I'm having a better day than most because I recently made new friends. They're all girls enrolled at Beacon Academy. We can't really see each other because, well, I was told not to, and only one of them said she was my friend, but the other girls were her friends, so maybe the transitive property applies? Still, I made at least one friend. Life is better when you have lots of friends, so since I have 4 new friends, or 25% of that, it's safe to speculate that I'm having an even better day than most. Oh, Penny, I can't wait to see how my day will continue with such a great start. Holy dust! What is that? Oh, I didn't notice, but while I was computing about my day, the bustle of the city street had died down. Everyone had fallen mostly silent, barring a few murmurs, and they're all staring and or pointing at the sky. It's probably not a Grim, because the person shouted out a question. Grim are very recognizable, so this must be something new but equally terrifying. Let's see. Ooh, a meteor! I've never seen one this close before. Well, I've never seen a meteor, period, but most people never see them this close. And it's getting closer, isn't it? Huh. Uh-oh. It's not getting any smaller now that it's past the upper atmosphere layer and it's considering the speed and trajectory. Oh, I hope the market is not too crowded at this time of day. Damn it, it's hot. Clearly remember leaving the window open last night to let the summer breeze in, but now it feels like I fell asleep in the desert. Whatever wind came in to cool down in my bedroom is currently gone. It sounds like its sound replaced by a low fizzle like hot metal placed in water. Bed has also become hard and quite uncomfortable. The image of someone replacing the memory foam with slabs of stone come to my hazed mind. Did I drink yesterday? No, I don't think so. I'm wet. My clothes are soaked with sweat, and I toss and turn. I plant my hands against the ground. Wait, why am I sleeping on the ground? I push myself up with a heavy groan. I raise my head, my eyes fluttering open against the strong light of the sun. What? This is this isn't my bedroom. No, worse, this isn't any kind of room at all. The sleep seems to clear almost instantly as I realize that I'm below street level, kneeling in some kind of crater in my soaked underwear. As I look at my surroundings, I see a lot of broken glass and other debris littering the streets. And there appears to be no one in my immediate vicinity. The destruction and confusion seems to be spread in a fan radius from where I stand. Though I can't be completely sure because the girl covering part of my. Wait a minute. There she is. She's directly in front of me and above me, kneeling at the rim of the crater I'm sitting in the middle of. She's looking down at me with big green eyes, carrot hair, and sea of freckles that frame a pretty smile. She's petite, but not excessively so, and wears clothes which really complement her natural colors, like they were made just for her. In a few words, she's really pretty. Hi there.
Salutations, Skyman. Are you a bad guy?
No.
Ah, good. There was a high probability you were some kind of attacker, but I'm glad that wasn't the case, Skyman.
Okay. But why are you calling me Skyman?
For two reasons. First, I don't know your name.
My name?
Affirmative. What's your name, Skyman?
My name is... Okay, so the canon name of this fan game is David. I'm going to name him after my username for one very hilarious moment, because they only really expect you to use the canon or that default name, so to speak. And you're about to see why. Ariel de Capagus.
Nice to meet you, David. I'm Penny.
So yeah, not only do the few voice acting they have basically always say your name as David, but they also create, because I chose a letter with an A, it creates this beautiful lit of comedy later on. Nice to meet you too, Penny. Did you by any chance see who put me in here?
Does
that
that
mean someone threw you in? Oh, sorry. Excuse me?
I didn't see everything, but between my observation of the meteor and finding the point of impact, there was a time lapse of only 37 seconds. It would have been very hard for someone to transport you here without being seen. My guess is you were inside the meteor when it landed.
Meteor? Wait a minute, is she saying... I look below my feet, and just like before, there's a crater. The heat, the meteoroid, Skyman. But that's impossible. I scrambled to get out of the crater, climbing over its short incline, and ending up on my hands and knees. I breathed deeply, and suddenly at a loss for breath. Where am I?
You're in Vale City, capital city of Vale. Specifically in an alley in the Market District area. It doesn't look like much right now because... your landing kind of vacated it.
Vale City? That doesn't sound like the name of any country or city I've ever heard of. I've never heard of Vale.
That's peculiar, since it's a very important place. Maybe you've heard of the other countries? Beyond Vale, there's the nation of Vacuo to the west, Atlas to the north, and Mistral to the east. That's all a remnant.
That's not all of Remnant. My sweating has calmed down when I gotten out of the hot crater, and now it's coming back with a vengeance. I feel dizzy. I bring a hand to my forehead, my eyes falling to the floor. I don't know any of those names, and you say I dropped from the sky? Is this some kind of prank? I feel the acrid taste of bile rise from my esophagus.
Unless someone in Atlas shot you out of a cannon, I don't know what kind of prank could be pulled. And your trajectory was too far off for that.
The meteoroid. Is this a hallucination or a bad dream? No, it feels too desperate. And what kind of distorted brain would play like this with itself anyway?
You seem distressed.
I am distressed.
I understand, but we shouldn't linger around here for too long. The officers might be nice, but sometimes they don't understand.
Officers? Police? There's police here? That's great. Maybe they can help.
That's if they're willing to listen to you. Considering that you damaged a major metropolitan area with your landing, the odds of that happening are not in your favor, as they say.
She points at the chaos around her. She's got a point after all. Penny herself was almost certain that I'd be some kind of attacker or enemy. I guess this nation is under some kind of threat. What happens if they don't want to listen?
They take you away. That's bad.
To the funny house where life is beautiful all the time. Crap. What am I supposed to do then?
Well,
Marching footsteps. Double crap. Oh no, what do we...
Sorry, Skyman. Continuing the conversation will be terribly inconvenient.
I love Penny. Hey, what? What? A petite, cute, gentle girl who's been nothing but helpful and tried to assure me about my situation and keep me out of trouble just lifted me over my head like I was a sheet of paper.
Sorry for the sudden invasion of personal space.
That's not the... Ah! This is a safe distance. I lean against the nearby wall, one hand on my mouth and the other on the plaster. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to account for possible motion sickness. It's fine. Upset stomach or not, she got me away from the whatever those were. Policemen don't march, and come to think of it, those footsteps sounded particularly heavy. I sigh, stand, and breathe deeply with my abdomen, in with my nose, out with my mouth, rinse and repeat. After a few repetitions, I managed to focus and calm my stomach down. Ooh, your complexion looks much, much better now. Thanks. Achoo! I think you need a change of clothes. Considering what I'm wearing, I need clothes, period. Seems like a good idea, but I have no money on me. Oh, I can cover that for you. Is she serious? You don't have to go through all this trouble for me. It's no trouble at all. Your size is pretty common in Vale, so I should only be a few minutes. To be safe, though, it's better you wait for me inside that dumpster. Dumpster, right. But what I mean is, why are you helping me?
What?
You don't want me to? I kind of want you to, but why are you going to such lengths to help a complete stranger? Oh, right. Father did tell me that people aren't used to the concept of altruism anymore. But he also taught me that I should help people who need a hand. So don't worry too much and let me help you, all right, Ariel? All right. Sensational. Don't move from the dumpster and wait for me to come back. She's a very nice girl. I must be the luckiest and most unfortunate man in the world at the same time right now. Well, now, don't want her to go to all the trouble for nothing, do we? They fit perfectly. I'm glad. All the clothes Penny brought me, shoes included, fit like a glove. She has correctly guessed all my sizes. You have a great eye for clothes, huh? Ah, that's why they look so good on you. You made them yourself. Make clothes? Huh? Yeah, like a tailor, unless you have a bionic eye. Let out a hearty laugh at this. Of course I can make clothes. That's how I got your sizes right. No bionics or robotics of any kind in the immediate vicinity. Hiccup. Huh? Are you okay, Pent? Feel my face go aflame, and I drop my head down in shame. I don't know exactly what time it is, but for my body, it's certainly breakfast time. All right, I guess I should have brought you some food, too. Penny, you're too nice. You know I can't repay you. Oh, it's fine. No, it's not. Crap, I raised my voice at her. I feel terrible. Sorry, I'm not angry at you, but at myself. You're angry at yourself, but you did nothing wrong. I feel like I'm taking advantage of your kindness, knowing that I won't be able to repay you anytime soon. I don't really care about money, though. It's okay if you don't repay me. Then is there another way I can repay you? Another way? Yes, if you don't want the money back, then let me do something for you. A favor, whatever you want. Well... Huh? She's gotten shy all of a sudden. There is something, but I don't want to impose. That should be my line, Penny. Now, come on, spill it. What is it you want? Friend. Huh? Could you repeat that? I couldn't quite catch that. Wow, she looks like she's really forcing herself. What's so embarrassing about this favor she has to ask me? Would you be my friend? What? That's it? It's okay if you don't want to. Penny, I'd love to be your friend.
No way!
Really? Of course, but I was just wondering why you'd ask. Oh my god, she's heavy! How? Why? Oh, I'm so happy I made a new friend. Penny, not to be rude, but I need air. Oh, I'm sorry. Woo, how can someone so petite weigh so much? I got carried away. I noticed. Is it really such a big deal for you? Well, you see, I don't have a lot of friends, and those I have, I can't see very often. Well, isn't that just soul-crushing? If such a nice girl can't make friends, what chances do the rest of the world have? Well, don't worry, Penny. I promise to try to be the best friend you'll ever have. Really? Really, really? Well, you're a literal lifesaver, Penny. It's not really a favor. I actually want to be your friend. She's smiling so profusely for something so simple, something most people take for granted. I find myself smiling back as well. Well, want to go get breakfast together, friend? I'm not really hungry, but sure. It's a big city. Where should we go? I heard about this shop on Main Street that's supposed to be very good. Let's go there then. I see you like it. Oh, definitely. Don't know the name of this pastry, but it goes wonderful with warm milk. You sure you don't want to bite? Positive, and I'm glad you're feeling better now, too. Hard not to feel better. I've known Penny for almost a little more than an hour, but her smile is absolutely infectious. I swear, I doubt there's anyone who could avoid having Penny grow on them. I can think of at least one person who despises her. In canon, I mean. Which makes the fact that she doesn't have many friends even weirder to me. Well, I still have no idea where I am or how I ended up here, but at least the first person to find me was a pretty girl. Wow, look at her eyes. I didn't think it was too far up.
No way!
But I thought I was the first person to locate you. That went completely over her head, didn't it? Penny, I was referring to you. You think I'm pretty? She cannot be serious, can she? Penny, it's less of a thought and more of an empirical fact. No, I mean, I know it's that going by common aesthetical standards I may be considered attractive. It's just no one has ever said that to me. You cannot be serious. She's gently shaking her head and lowering her gaze. her cheeks acquiring a healthy flush as she suddenly finds her fingers very interesting. Well, you are. Thanks. You're pretty too. Now it's my turn to flush. Um, thanks. Now it's gotten awkward. We're awkward. We make this awkward. Wish there was some kind of distraction. Well, that works, but now I can't finish my milk. Ah!
David!
I look down at myself as my body is pulled through the air. Some kind of purple tentacle is wrapping around my torso, but it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't belong to anything living. The construct twists and flips me through, around, and I grip my teeth. My stomach upset by the quick motion. What do we have here? What is this woman? Why is she attacking me? And most importantly of all, what the hell is she attacking me with? The light construct is coming out of her. Riding crop, you gave me a lot of trouble. Oh, man. What kind of trick are you using to mask some aura? My what? No matter. We have plenty of time to uncover that. Now, let's make you easier to transport. She extends her other hand towards me. I cringe and close my eyes. What?
Please stop!
Penny? When I open my eyes, Penny has grabbed the big spectacled woman's wrist.
Please let him go! He's done nothing wrong!
Debatable. Underhand me this instant, young lady.
I'm terribly sorry, but I can't do that.
Because?
Because you're going to knock David unconscious and take him to an unknown location.
That was my intention, yes. The woman is frowning pretty intensely. She suddenly snatches her hand away from Penny's grip, and the redhead immediately steps in between me and my attacker. And I guess if you're so eager to share the blame, you can share in that fate as well. Oh god, this woman is dangerous. I can feel it just by looking at her. And Penny wants to face her for me? Penny, no, run!
Don't worry, David.
What? What is this? Why is Penny suddenly giving off a similar feeling?
I'm combat ready.
How do you know? What? Phone? The woman brings down her free hand to one of the pockets, producing some kind of rectangular device. Husband, I'm in the middle of something. You're in the middle of starting an international incident. Excuse me. The young lady who's so bravely confronting you is a special prodigy of the general.
Salutations.
Nice, Penny. Work that angle. She's still interfering. I noticed Glinda, but does the young man look or feel like a threat at all? Now, how does Oz know this? Because, like, the satellites aren't a thing, as far as I'm aware, in Remnant. So, like, how the hell is he, like, aware of this conversation? Like, I get he's aware, oh yes, Penny is the general's protege, whatever. I don't know how he would know of this. Oh. Her stare bores into me, evaluating me like I'm something she picked off the sidewalk. Well, it's kind of true, isn't it? He does seem rather inoffensive. Totally and utterly defenseless, ma'am. But I can't just let him go if he's involved with the meteor crash in the market. Of course not. What you can do, though, is to bring them both to me. Which I was going to do by asking them to come, Glinda. I may understand your irritation at having to repave the streets, but I don't think these children deserve the iron fist because of that. Yeah, taking your frustrations out on others is bad form, lady. We'll be right there. Ow, why do I keep falling today? What's your name, child? And I believe you are called Penny, young lady.
Yes, ma'am. He's David.
A pleasure to meet you, ma'am. Now that I'm no longer restrained anyway. She's a very beautiful woman, but her stern behavior kind of puts a damper on that. My name is Glinda Goodwitch, and I'm the staff member at Beacon Academy, and
Beacon Academy? Then maybe you know Ruby.
of course someone willing to stand up to a fully fledged huntress would be an acquaintance of that girl. Please follow me to my transport. The headmaster wishes to talk to you
You're
both.
not going to detain David anymore then?
That depends on him and his actions, of course. But I guess we should give him the opportunity to explain himself. Much appreciated, Miss Goodwitch. Thanks. Despite the rocky introduction, this is actually shaping up to be a good thing. Whoever these people are, they sound important. And Penny sounds important too. So she's nice, strong armed, a bit awkward, cute, and has got enough courage to go against a huntress? Is that what she called herself? Best friend one could ask for, really. Thanks, Penny. I love how this project. Have you ever been to this school, Penny? No, I haven't been to Beacon Academy yet. I was supposed to visit for the first time in about 6 months. But it's the most famous combat academy in all of Remnant, training the best huntsmen and huntresses of the world. Sounds important. But what exactly do they hunt? The grill. They are. I suggest you check these. Drop in what she Cindy. She pointed out the window in her right. Curiously, I slowly waddle over to a seat on the right of the flying vehicle we are riding in, and I see it. Oh wow, that's a big complex. Ooh, I think I see Ruby from up here. Oh no, that was a large bird. Birdie, no! The school is currently on break before the start of the next semester. The majority of students are not on campus right now. Oh, which also means that it's much easier to get you to the headmaster unnoticed. The headmaster's office is located at the top of Beacon Tower. Let's hurry. I'm back, headmaster. So I see. Welcome to Beacon Academy, children. I'm Ozpin, the headmaster. So this is the headmaster of Beacon Academy. He's very attractive. Wow, those are some fine aging genes in action there. No, seriously, he's got a full head of gray hair, but he's also got a full head of gray hair. And where the hell are his wrinkles? He looks like a girl's older man fantasy. Or straight out of one of those boy love stories, but in that case, you need a. And this is General Ironwood. I believe Penny is already acquainted with him. Strong, muscular, buff counterpart.
Good morning, sir.
It seems one can't take his eyes off you for more than 5 minutes without you taking in some stray, Penny. Yikes. Stereotypical army general, even if his expression is gentler. Penny was the first one on the scene, General. She also witnessed the events immediately prior to the crash and was in town the whole morning. Frankly, I don't think we could have asked for a better witness, and she helped protect Mr. DeCavigus from my lapse in judgment. What she said, I think it's a good thing Penny is the one who found me instead of anyone else, really. And she's been a great help to me so far. You misunderstood me. Penny's character was never in question. I just find it curious how she can't seem to help but form relationships with peculiar characters. And that's the attention of the room on me. Had half a mind of saying, hey, I'm not particular, but I'm the guy born of a meteor or something. So, Penny, can you tell us how your morning went? from the start to finish with anything that comes to mind. Any detail, no matter how small, could be important. Huh? Why is he smiling all of a sudden?
Every detail?
If you please.
Well, the sky was pretty clear.
Alright, what?
The environmental temperature was 24 degrees Celsius in the shade and 28 in the sun, but the light breeze coming from the northeast brought the actual perceived temperature to 24 Celsius anyway. UV amount was acceptable, but I wouldn't have advised staying too long to possessors of sensitive epidermis. The meteoroid appeared in the sky around 10:34 a.m. Vale time zone. I was alerted to its presence by the vocal reaction of one of the citizens with the exact words, "Holy dust, what is that?"
What? I see then.
The size of the meteoroid was around 2 meters in diameter. I'm sorry, I couldn't get a better estimate, but the distance in the sky and the speed at which it traveled left me unable to get a proper reading on the object, which crashed into the market area at 10:36 a.m. I was worried about the possibility of injured people, so I directed myself to the extrapolated point of impact post-haste and managed to precede police officers, both human and robot, and discover...
That's when we arrived at this location. I see. Thank you for your exhaustiveness, Penny. Oh my god, he is a headmaster. They didn't faze him in the slightest. Even the general lost his smile halfway through. My pleasure, headmaster. Now, Mr. DeCabagus, do I understand from Penny's story that you possess no memory or awareness of Remnant as a whole? He managed to get that out of that. Is this guy a wizard? Sadly correct. My memories are a mess. I remember what police are supposed to be, my name, random bits and pieces, and before meeting Miss Glinda, I had no idea you could snatch other people out of the air with riding crops. It's kind of cool. What's the last thing you remember? Darkness. I guess going to sleep. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in a crater, and then I met Penny. And he was in his sleepwear. And someone turned him into a makeshift projectile. Sounds preposterous. You seem to have a theory, James. He's not lying, or if he is, he's the best liar I've ever met. So either the impact knocked the memories out of him, so to speak, or someone removed them. Wait, what? This seemed to be the most plausible explanation. I turned right and meet Penny's gaze. She seems to share my surprise and the question on the tip of my tongue. But why would anyone erase my memories, put me in a fake media, and hurl me at the city? Also, how did they get past the barrier? Those are questions that need answers indeed, but I don't see us getting to them in the course of the day. So, for the time being, I'd like the both of you to stay in Beacon. Stay at the school? Really? Both of them Oz. Penny is the firstborn, Mr. DeCabagus, made after his awakening, James. If his memories have actually been tampered with, I think it's important to give him as many anchors to the real world as possible in preparation for when they get back to normal. Also, I understand you're worried about Penny's interactions. Beacon is certainly a more controlled environment than Vale. Yeah, what is she doing in Vale anyway? Like at the start of this volume 2 and just randomly in volume 1, because they make it very clear she's supposed to be a secret, but she's just randomly wandering around. Granted, but unless there's something else you're not sharing with us which may constitute an impediment, I don't see any reason why Miss Pitty shouldn't be allowed to spend the semester here at Beacon. Tension so thick you could cut it with a knife, as they say. I don't understand. They seem so friendly so far, but now it's like they're playing mind games with each other. After a few more seconds of staring contest, the general lowers his gaze and lets out a deep sigh. I guess there are none. Upon hearing those words, Penny lets out a huge gasp, bringing her hands to her
What?
mouth. General, really? As long as you behave. Of course I will. I will be good, General. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, General. That's all. I guess I should inform Penny's father of the new arrangements. I will also have one of my team inspect the location of the crash. No offense, Glinda. None taken. But I shall accompany you. Thank you, Headmaster. 1,000 thanks. Don't thank me yet, children. I said I'd like you to stay at the school, but there are conditions. Conditions? Despite your particular situation, this is still an academy for huntsmen and huntresses. To stay at Beacon, you will need to prove that you have the potential to stand at their side and learn. It's funny because he's going to all this effort for show, but as revealed later, he has no problem just throwing us aside because we're no longer useful. We're dangerous in his eyes. He's not serious, is he? Headmaster, while I have confidence in my abilities, I doubt this is a reasonable request of Ariel. He's not combat trained, and he doesn't even know how to access his aura. Yeah, what's aura? Aura is the extension of the soul. All living things possess it, and huntsmen can use it to protect their bodies, heal their injuries, and powder their weapons and semblances, but that's beside the point. That's crazy. How am I supposed to keep up with people who can do that? We had a first year who managed to pass the entrance exam by only discovering aura in the exam itself. So there's now a precedent. Yeah, among other things. That's not a precedent, that's a miracle. And regarding the combat training, can we be certain that of that at this moment in time? Oh, that's right. What? What's right? What is he talking about? I'll leave him in your hands, then, Miss Polendina. The amphitheater is currently free. I will have a room ready for you in the dormitories by the time you've returned. Finished with what exact? Yeah, thanks, Headmaster. The exam will take place on Sunday. Prepare yourself properly. What, Penny? Where are we going? I can walk on my own. There's always a place in a beacon for people willing to walk the path, Mr. Cabagus. Here we are. Penny has pretty much dragged me non-stop to the elevator, out of the tower, and through the school grounds. Oh my. Where, of course, I couldn't escape the gazes of a few students. Some pointed, others laughed, others yet seemed almost sympathetic. The structure we're in is towering and seems to be able to accommodate hundreds of people at the same time, if not more. So I see, Penny, but I still don't understand what we're here for. To verify your combat training, of course. Oh my god, she's serious. Penny, I've never been in a fight in my entire life. That's according to your memories, right? Of course, what else? Oh, I have no memories. So maybe I've just forgotten about it. So there's a chance I could have been trained to fight?
Uh-huh.
Positive. But if I forgot, what good does that do for me? Even if your brain has forgotten, there's still a possibility that your body will still remember. That's why the headmaster asked me to accompany you here. Combat training? Combat training, but first... What? So close? She suddenly got very close to me, keeping her eyes on mine and connecting our foreheads. Her hands grasp my cheeks, making me flush in embarrassment. For it is in passing that we achieve immortality. I feel hot all of a sudden, like a blanket of warmth spreading from the point where our foreheads connect to go cover the entirety of my body. Though this we become a paragon of virtue and glory to rise above all, infinite in distance and unbound by death. I release your soul, and by your shoulder protect thee. I feel the blanket seeping into my flesh, traveling through pathways previously unknown to me, all the while down to my core, and then Penny lets me go and then concentrates warmth in my body, explodes, waving onwards to my skin. I look at my hands. They're covered in a thin, translucent barrier of dark silver, which disappears in a few seconds. Penny, is this? I unlocked your aura using mine. I also recited an ancient oath that went with it, from time when the process was used as a coming of age ritual. As the Headmaster said, it will protect you and heal you. You have a finite quality of it, though, so try not to rely on it too much. Dodging is important. Got it. And now we spar. The feeling from when Penny put herself between Glinda is back, although this time it's kind of muted. Is it because she unlocked my aura, or because she's only going to be a spar? Be careful, Ariel. I will tell you what I will do, but I will come at you seriously. Are you ready? Not at all, but this may help me remember things about myself. I flex my legs, preparing myself to move. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. How do you feel, Larry? Nervous, but not as much as I thought I'd be. Is this because of aura? Most likely. An expert in aura manipulation once described it as being surrounded by a blanket of warm power. I'm now going to give you a brief overview of your options during a battle. Pay attention. What you see is the command bar on the left and your aura box on the right. The aura box allows you to keep track of your aura level. If you see it getting low, you should focus your mind and generate further aura. And remember that in a pinch, or if you feel a strong attack coming, you defend. But you can't win by just defending and healing. You've got to attack. Most weapons will give you a closer ranged option. And in the future, you may use special abilities that may come up when you learn Semblance Command. Also, remember that both weapons and skill may need you to recharge. And finally, you are also able to use items during battle. They have a range of effects on both enemy and foe. I'm not the only one that sees so don't hesitate to experiment. You managed to follow everything. Yes, but a bit much all at once. Most likely, yes. It's an excessive amount of data for you to process. I think practice will help, though. So go on. Oh, Penny, aren't you going to defend myself? Not really. What? Why not? Because you'd miss. But I don't want to hurt you like you could. Aw, that's sweet. But don't worry about that. Just go ahead and practice to your heart's content. If you say so. I see you're starting to get used to it. You're finally getting proficient. Don't stop now. I think that's enough. Ow. Thankfully, it's over. I'm the one who hit her, but my hand is still numb. Now that we're done with the warm-up, I will now defend myself and attack back. Okay, Ariel? Crap. I pant on my hands and knees. Penny puts me through an extensive training session. That's all for today, then. You did great, Ariel. Aura is so convenient. My body is already healing all the sores and scrapes I got from training with Penny. I didn't even warm up before starting, and yet I feel completely fine, cramp and pool-wise. The headmaster's hypothesis was correct. You have training. Combat training. That's a pretty big hint. It means I was trained in a combat school, right? Or you were somebody's apprentice. Either way, it should help us narrow down where to look for future information. It's a start, and I will probably survive the test. I raised my head to the sky. It's sundown. We've been here for a while. Well, want to go see what the room the headmaster prepared for us, huh? Wait just a moment. What is it? You remembered something? Yes, I remember that the headmaster said he was going to have a room prepared for us, as in one, for the both of us. So? What do you mean, so? He wants us to stay in the same room. And? My jaw is currently threatening to dislocate. Penny, we're a boy and a girl. Doesn't the thought of sleeping in the same room, bother you? Oh. She starts giggling like I cracked the best joke in the world. Ariel, you're so old-fashioned. Old-fashioned! Teams and dormitories and combat academies like Beacon are all co-ed, have been for decades. You're telling me that they're allowing young teenagers of different genders to share the same living space? She nods. Okay. What else can you say to such a normal reaction, really? Let's go look for our room then. The academy is not only big, but also beautiful. Modern, but at the same time with an air of elegance to it. Like a castle, I guess Oz's tower looking down from above helps give it that feeling, which I thought was the reason why Penny is constantly looking around, but with more attentive observation. It's clear she's looking for something or someone. Hey Penny, what does your friend look like?
Excuse me?
I grin. I must have caught her by surprise. The friend you asked Miss Glenda about. Ruby, right? If you tell me what she looks like, I can help you look for her. She flushes in embarrassment at being caught, but then gives me a nod.
Well, Ruby is shorter than me. She has silver eyes and dark hair, with red highlights.
Sounds peculiar. What else? Someone is approaching Penny from behind. Oh. Does she wear a red hood or something similar?
Affirmative. How did you know?
Wild guess. And does she have white skin?
Indeed. When I first met her, I thought she had some kind of weird skin condition, but it was really just her natural pigment and some weird lighting.
What she's really saying is, touch grass, Ruby. Don't you think that's a bit excessive?
Well, I suppose she's not that pale. Still, her clothes have colors that make her white tone that much more accentuated. Black and red, mostly.
I'm sure she looks just fine. Gorgeous, even.
I think she could benefit from a more variegated outfit. One of her teammates has a great fashion sense. I think she could take some suggestions about...
No! I do not need fashion advice from Weiss, and my combat skirt is awesome. See, this is something I don't get. Like, Ruby must be aware that she's subconsciously of this, because why did she jump to Weiss, of all people? I mean, yeah, Weiss is good, but... Oh.
Ruby! I'm so happy to see you again!
Happy, too, but need air. I know the feeling, Ruby. Thankfully, Penny only continues for a few seconds more before releasing her.
Ruby! I'm so happy to see you! Then you didn't go away for the break!
Break's almost over anyway. Would have had to come back, but most importantly, you.
Me?
The headmaster asked me to look for you to bring you to your room, and he told me that you're going to stay at Beacon. That's super duper awesome.
Oh, right! Yes, Headmaster Ozpin allowed us to stay here, provided we passed the exam, of course.
We? Hi there. Looking like she only just now remembered my presence, Ruby turns to me. I grin, raise my right hand in greeting. My name's Ariel de Cabagus. Nice to meet you, Ruby. Why is she looking at me like that? She's scrutinizing me from head to toe like a statue that needs to chip excessive stones off. Because she's a nuts and bolts shipper. Do I have something on my face? Why is she getting so close? She retreated, but she's still looking at me like, "You, mister!" Penny looks as surprised as me when Ruby suddenly thrust her right index finger in my direction, stretching her whole arm to point at me, which, considering I'm 5'10", oh, that's chump change, dude. It's kind of a comical image. Yes? As Penny's first friend in Vale and leader of Team RWBY, the coolest anagram of future huntresses currently in Beacon, I have to inform you that I find you lacking as a future teammate. Lacking? Because you lack something I need to see to fully evaluate you. Also, I may be a bit curious. I get that, but what am I lacking? Your weapon! You mean like Miss Glinda's riding crop? Yes, or like mine. It happens all in a swift second. And it shocks me much more than Miss Glinda's light construct, because how could something so small be headed in something so big? Better yet, how can someone as small as Ruby carry around something that heavy? Ruby apparently loves my reaction, if her grin is any indication. Did she make that scene just as the setup to this reveal? Her name is Crescent Rose. Ain't she the most beautiful thing in the world? She's a scythe/high-powered sniper rifle with extra mid-range rifle mode. Where did you even get something like this? Her grin widens as she plants the scythe into the ground and leans on it, smiling like the cat who ate the canary. Well, I know this girl. She's kind of awesome. Does not need flashing of that. And also happens to know how to build these babies. You built this at your age? Her only answer is to grin harder, if that's even possible. Penny watches on, amused by her friend's antics. Okay, your turn. Now, show me yours. I don't have a weapon. What do you mean you don't have a weapon? Even John had a weapon when he arrived. I love the fact that the cast has no problem just like backhanded complimenting John at times.
Ruby, David is...
Penny trails off and looks at me as if to ask my permission. I smile and nod. If she's a friend of Penny, she's also my friend, I decide. If Penny likes her, she can't be a bad person, no? And the headmaster didn't tell me not to tell anyone about my situation anyway. He's what?
You see, this morning... And that's the gist of it.
Wow. You sure you didn't drop from the moon or something? Not really. I was just thrown from somewhere. But that's more boring. Someone erased my brain, put me in a fake meteor, and hurled me at a city, and you call that boring. I said more boring. It's still very interesting, and kind of spooky, but all the best stories are. Shame you don't have a weapon, though. I didn't have any clothes on me when I arrived, let alone weapons. I mean no normal clothes. I was in my sleepwear. Oh, much less creepy. To put it lightly.
We should provide you with a weapon, though.
No hunter should be without a weapon, both for survival and coolness factor. There are no hunters who fight barehanded, I guess. I forget, what is Ty's weapon? Because isn't it like a mix between like Tyrion's blade things and, or is he just martial arts guy? Never completely. My sister is a hand-to-hand combat specialist, but she has combat gloves. Without a weapon, it's real hard to use dust during fights. Oh, and dust is a mineral imbued with the power of the elements. You can use it raw, but it's pretty volatile like that. So weapons are bust. Because no weapon, no dust. I like her already. Any idea where we could get the weapon then? Sounds kind of important.
I don't think you'll find weapons like Ruby's scythe in any ordinary shop.
Damn straight.
So how about you build it for him, Ruby?
Huh? Aha.
You are perfectly able to build a functional one, if your scythe is any indication.
Well, yeah, but...
And I'm certain whatever you'll make will be more advanced and awe-inspiring than any commercially available weaponry we may acquire from a shop.
Hehe. Can't deny with that, no. Oh, she's playing her well.
So, what about I supply you with the materials and you build it? And you can choose the name.
It's going to be the most awesome name
Great!
ever.
We need it by the end of the week then. Thanks, Ruby. You're...
By the end of the week, it shall... Wait a minute. That's in 3 days. Hook, line, sinker. I'll get you the materials tomorrow morning. Ooh, but I don't like working on a deadline. Sorry, Ruby. I would very much like to mount an opposition, but you made it clear that it's kind of vital for me to have a weapon. Sorry, Ruby. Anything I can do to help or repay you, just ask. As long as it's not money. Oh, you will help and repay me, alright? The 3 all-nighters are a lot of cookies. I should look into getting a part-time job or something once I pass this test. What kind of weapon do you even want anyway? What kind of weapon? Yeah, sword, rifle, dagger. I need a basic shape to work off of. Hey, you okay there? Penny, is he okay? Ariel, what's wrong? A whip. A whip? But also a gauntlet? I don't know what. My head feels kind of light. Penny gently grabs onto my right arm, scrutinizing me with worry. Are you alright? Maybe you still need some rest. No, I'm fine. I just got lost in my thought for an instant. Okay, but just in case we actually do need to make you lay down, I better show you to your dorm room already. I agree. Penny, I can walk on my own. I'm fine. You sure? On a scale from 1 to 100, how would you rate your current discomfort? A whip and a gauntlet. Oh my god, this is going to be the best weapon ever, after Crescent Rose, of course. Well, here's your new pad. How do you like it? It's really nice, Ruby. Are all the team rooms in Beacon like this? Kind of, but every team is allowed a certain level of customization. They also expected to take care of any unscheduled cleanings, particularly in the kitchen. Understood. Come on, Ariel. Let's get you in bed. Penny, I swear, I'm feeling fine. I don't need to. Well, I think you do, considering the amount of activity and excitement you've had today. You probably need a longer and than average period of rest. Her grip on my arm doesn't seem to relent. It seems I'm not getting out of this. I sit on the bed, and only then does Penny seem satisfied. All right, then. Now, you stay here while I get you something to eat. All right? The mess hall should be open right now, but I better accompany you since you're not a student yet. Many thanks, Ruby. We'll be back soon, okay? Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Well then, I'm all alone now. I look around the room, finding it nicely furnished and with 4 single beds. I guess that's the standard team size at Beacon Academy. There's luggage piled at the feet of the 2 beds, 1 set of suitcases, well, metallic looking, which I guess means it's Penny stuff. It reminds me of the uniform the general guy was wearing. The other set is kind of peculiar. The suitcases are made of fabric with an overall dark pink tone, but they're covered in patches of different and more often than not eye-burning colors. I mean, acid green on dark pink? Who does that? Then again, maybe Veil fashions have different parameters than the nothing in my mind. I let myself fall back on my bed. Now that I'm alone in my mind, it has no qualms about filling itself with questions and wonder. Who exactly am I? Is Ariel even my real name? Why would somebody do this to me? This seems like way too elaborate to have a personal vendetta. If whoever did this to me had a grudge, just removing all my memories would have been much worse state for me to wake in, not even knowing how to say help me. And all the places where to leave me. Why Vale City? In why such a bold way? Wondering about this right now is so useless. I turn on my side, close my eyes. I guess I'll take a little nap before the girls come back. Damn, this bed is comfier than I thought. I immediately fell asleep hard, like a particularly tired brick. Although that begs the question. If this is so comfortable, and I was so tired mentally and physically, why am I waking up? Shuffle, shuffle. Ah, that might have to do with the person currently moving around on my bed, disturbing my sleep. The voice is unfamiliar, so whoever it is not Ruby or Penny. It's a complete stranger in my bed, shuffling around. Yep, that's enough to get the brain to execute the wake up function. Yeah, that's a complete stranger indeed. Purple hair, and those eyes with double irises. Her clothes are particular and remind me of suitcases near one of the beds, so this is the other occupant of the room. What is she even talking about? She's so focused on whatever she's doing, she hasn't noticed I woke up.
David, how are you feeling? We brought you.
Oh, hi, Penny. Ruby.
Oh, hi there.
We didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. I wasn't getting anywhere anyway. So, what's his semblance? I think it's stopping me from,
Get away from David!
Thanks, Penny. Thanks, Penny.
Ooh, you're awake. Then I can ask you directly.
I said to get off him!
Oh, wow, I've never seen a flying tackle executed with such precision.
Whoops!
But the strange girl dodged easily, jumping off the bed while Penny landed on it, sitting between me and her like a mama bear protecting her cubs.
So stingy.
Who are you? What are you doing here? And what were you trying to do to David?
Nothing bad. I was just observing him. And for some reason, I failed, so I was just trying to observe him harder.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. You're our roommate, right? Your clothes look like your bag.
It's actually the other way around, since I made the bags after I made the clothes. But yeah, smart guy. The name's Evelyn Damarat. Nice to meet ya.
You mean that not only are you going to sleep in the same room as the two of us, but you're also going to be placed on our team, making the arrangement not transitory?
Clever girl. Yes, that's the gist of it.
I see.
You can tell who the favorites of the writing team was, because they're the ones that got the voice actors. Penny gets off her bed, walks towards one of the others, and specifically the one parallel to mine on the other side of the room. And now we're right back to kobolds. Well, my bed is now king size.
Aren't you cute being all jealous?
David is currently very tired and vulnerable. Whatever you're trying to do, I won't let you take advantage of him.
I wasn't doing anything bad, I swear. I just wanted to know more about my new roomie.
I mean, say what you will, she makes a memorable first impression. And you couldn't avoid this one made to wake up to ask?
That's right. I could have.
She missed the most obvious solution and went for the most extravagant and borderline creepy one of just doing something to me in my sleep. Oh joy, our roommate is weird. So, I think Ariel was supposed to eat dinner or something.
Oh, right!
I followed Penny's eyes to the door where the tray with my food lay forgotten in her earlier
Let me get
jump.
that for you.
No, I can...
Penny seems torn between leaving me unguarded and going to take my food, but in the end, she decides to stay put, allowing Evelyn to collect it. Well, you seem all settled in, so I better go work on that weapon. See you tomorrow. Thanks, RWBY. Your next thanks better be in scrumptious form, you hear me? Eh? What was that last part?
I think she meant to use the word scrumptious.
Oh.
Huh? She wants to be paid in cookies. What a weirdo. What? Something on my face?
Oh, Evelyn. And we're gonna call it a part there. Not because... Oh!
What? Something on my face?
Okay. I'll see you guys next time.